Uh, oh man, two videos and they're behind that video. Yeah, I don't know, I might go back down to 8 gigs instead of 12 or 16 or whatever. Man, I ate a whole thing of ice cream in like less than 24 hours. Oh man, tits. I'm like a Tony Soprano. I like my ice cream. There's this new guy on the YouTubes I saw. He's like a Russian gangster. He was like, walk around, don't keep your chin up, keep your chin down. Act like you got strings carrying you. He was saying tit for tat. What's going on in the YouTubes? Why they glorify? They got that one Italian guy from New York City. He's always on the YouTubes. Ex-mafioso. He's sort of like a big deal. You think they pay for his views or you think they're real views? Do people really take advice from mafioso? This other guy's named Grim. I forgot the guy from the main guy is like the guy from New York City was like Sir Chasey. I don't know, something like that. Did America become the mob? Is it paid views? Is the YouTube algorithm? YouTube is owned by the mob. Uh-huh. Whatever. Ice cream. Man, you eating a lot of ice. I had a whole thing of Klondike bars in 24 hours too, the day before that. Shit, I'm an ice cream addict. I'll sit there. I'll tell you, man. Sopranos, one of the best TV shows ever. But maybe it was not a good show. Adriana was a whore the whole time. I once worked at a place. This guy was like, the second they killed Adriana, they went too far. No, she was a whore the whole time. She was hanging out with fucking mafioso. You know, you don't fuck around with mafioso. You isolate from mafioso. You stay as fucking far away from them. I don't go to casinos. I've never been to a casino. I don't ever plan on going to a casino because first off, it's like ring, 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 ding, 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 ding. You won $1 million. It's an addiction system. It's an addiction system. You know, you gotta stay away from drugs. You gotta stay away from casinos. You try and stay away from it. You don't embrace. It's not good. It's a drug. It's it's a system designed to rig your dopamine systems incorrectly. There are people in this world. Isn't that what the fucking here's a question. Here's a serious question. Casinos are designed to rig your dopamine system. This whole Epstein child fuckery thing. You give a kid a candy bar, they suck your dick or something. Isn't that the whole point of like pedophilia? Is like you give a kid a candy bar, they suck your dick or something. You know. And now you don't. What's in between that and like a casino? Is that not the same fucking thing? You got some fucking retarded kid, and they're like ding 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 ding, and then little coins falling out of a fucking whatever. Seems like the same thing to me, but then again, I'm crazy, so don't look at me. I'm probably crazy. What else? Hey, he always got like really fat. Like Tony Soprano got like really fat. As the show went on, he got fatter and fatter. And what was I thinking about? I was thinking about like the crystallization. Like there's moments in life where like everything seems the same. Like Mother Teresa and Hitler and Stalin and all those little Indian people from India, and everybody seems the same. And there's these other parts where you're just like the world becomes crystallized, like black and white, like. I'd do anything to survive. It's not all the same. I'd crystallize it into black and white, and I would do anything to survive. There's angels and demons. And then other moments, I look at everything and I go, it's all the same. So it's a brain function. The brain has the ability to do black and white, and it has the ability to do extreme, like. There are moments in life where everything seems the exact same, and there's moments in life where things become crystallized into black and white. I don't know. I thought that seemed deep. I guess it's not as deep as I thought. Huh. What else? Guy's name is Grimm. I was gonna do this joke about him. He's like is he Russian? Is he a Russian mafia? Is he AI? He could be AI. He could. He said they said he was selling a book. He was like walking around like you're being carried by strings. I was like, did he sell his soul to Satan? Are those strings Satan? I don't know. I don't like this whole idea of like mafioso being like people take advice from. Something about that creeps me out. Like, why are people? Your average person should not be taking advice from a mafioso. Hey, Mr. Grimm, can you give me some advice? Can we get the mafia out of everything, please? Can we get the? Isn't the mafia basically like child fucking? Christopher Moltisanti was a fucking retard. He was a retard that entire fucking show, and the entire fucking show, Tony's taking advantage of Christopher Moltisanti, and no one's like, ooh, everyone loves Tony Soprano in that show, right? He's like the coolest motherfucking badass ever. He sends Christopher to that fucking Hooters to get rid of that guy. He doesn't even know. He doesn't even think the guy killed his dad. He doesn't. He's like, you probably didn't even kill him. I'm just doing it because Tony wants it, And this mafiosa shit. Someone needs to compare the mafiosa to child fucking, because I think there's a lot of child fucking going on in the mafia. Not like literal child fucking. I mean, child fucking like metaphorically. It's metaphorical child fucking. Mm-hmm. Hmm. So they'll be like, we're suing you. We don't literally fuck children. We fuck adults who have they're mental. There's a lot of adults in this world who are mentally children. Is what I'm talking about. Like I'm talking about. There's a lot of mental children in this world, and they're mentally children. They can be. You can be 50. You can be a child mentally. There's a lot of them in this world. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of children. So if you see people fucking children, whatever. They're just gonna be like, oh, it's under 18. Don't do it till they're 18. Once they're 18, you can child fuck as hard as you want. So that's just a rant. What else? Hey, did you know the Tour de France is really really easy? It's like riding a bike. Uh-huh. That's funny. What else? Oh, the more ding 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 ding, like the coin song. And that's not just casinos, that's everywhere. The more they try and create like purposeful, they want reality to be like 90% distractions and noises. Because like the human brain becomes stupid when there's noises and the brain has the two forms of existence, and they want to take and turn everything into like that second, the form where like things are black and white all the time. Because most of the time the world is mostly just a bland, boring place. It's supposed to be a bland, boring place. What they're trying to connect to that fight or flight concept. They're trying to connect to that, either do something or die. They're trying to connect to that reptile part of the brain. The reptile part of the brain is that thing where like I could die in the next 5 seconds. Like I don't think like right now there's a 1 in 100 billion trillion chance that a 747 is going to crash into here. But technically, like right now, some machine gun could come. I could get mowed in half right now by a machine gun. Technically, it's technically possible. I don't have a reason to believe it, but like just for the sake of like, well, I mean, I'm running my mouth off. I shouldn't have said a machine gun's gonna mow me in half. The very fact that I said a machine gun's not gonna mow me in half now means that a machine gun will mow me in half. Huh. What other jokes you got? Oh, so the goal is to get people into that mode of like, into the brain. There's people in this world, they want your brain to be in that mode of fight or flight or black and white. Every moment is cultural warfare. Every second of existence. If I go to the grocery store and I buy a Coke or a Pepsi, it's an existential choice between Satan and God. Buying Coke or Pepsi becomes a deep, meaningful choice. It's a black or white. You either like Coke or Pepsi, man. You can't like. They're trying. Are you doing the photographer? Hey, man, you can't land on one half, man. Trying to do that. Gotta get a camera. I got a camera. I got one of them old cameras. I could go put that on my neck. That'd be cool. I should get that as a prop. I got one of them old cameras, like whatever that guy's name is. I forgot his name. They want people to think the world is not gambling. Gambling means the human brain has two forms of existence. It has panic mode and it has everything is alright mode. And when everything is alright, you're like calm. But when you're in panic mode, you become gambly. Like, it's like, hey, everything's flipped up. You gotta like, and then you get that dopamine tricks. There's some dopamine tricks that the brain can do. Because like technically, the humans have been in positions where like the land would no longer grow food, so they had to go. If you're growing food and there's bad weather, you got to go do something else. Or if you're hunting and there's no longer any something to hunt, you got to go figure out. You become dopamine. The dopamine hack in the brain. It's an evolutionary thing. So that because like, hey, look, the food won't grow. Well, I guess we all just die. Well, humans didn't just all die because the food stopped growing. They became like dopamine addicts looking for the next dopamine hit. Because the brain probably has like a mode. It probably has a trick. There's a trick probably, like because there's when you have something and you're like, hey, I know this land will grow so much food every year. But then, even then you're still connected to oil. Well, these days you're connected to oil. You're connected to the rubber, the John Deere. You got all these little interconnections you got to worry about. But in the old days, you just had the land, and you knew that the land could grow so much food, and you had to use probably a scythe or something. You couldn't use they didn't have John Deere a couple hundred years ago. Whatever. So they watch out for people who want you in that mode? I don't know. Yeah, because it's like they're looking for you to find the new sources. They know the sources already exist, and they want to use you as the exploration tool. They're looking for landmines, and they're using you as the person to find the landmines or the honey. And then if you find honey, they're gonna get the honey. And if you hit a landmine, you're gonna get blown up. They're not getting blown up. They get the honey. So if you find honey, they get the honey. And if you get blown up by the landmine, you get blown up by the landmine. It's pretty fun. It's a good system, actually. They're not stupid. It's not stupid. The world always was chance, I guess. Technically, it's always chance. Everything is chance. A 747 crashes into me in the next 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wasn't there another Mafia? Yeah, they have Mafia. They have Made Man. Like I was thinking about this. I would assume I can't do murder. But if you're a good old boy, and you have connections with the mayor and the police commission, you can probably kill people. I just don't have those connections. If I had those connections, I could probably do it. You just got to be a made man. You got to have connections. You got to be. It's the Mafia. He was talking about that grim fella. He was talking about how small favors. Do small favors with everybody. I was like, holy fucking shit! This is. They're trying to create the whole thing into a web. You're supposed to isolate from certain stuff. You're supposed to say, this is a hard boundary. I will not do deals with certain things. They don't want you doing that. They want everyone connected. Wasn't the whole point of Epstein like you're supposed to look out who you're near? I thought that was the whole point of Epstein. The whole point of Epstein was like, hey, if you're gonna hang out with someone, you better have a vague idea of who they are. Otherwise, you're gonna get dragged down with Epstein. If you're friends with Epstein, you get dragged down with Epstein. So I guess that's not the moral. Because now they're gonna say, hey, you should go do favors with everybody. It's kind of funny. Grim. Act like keep your head down. act like you're being pulled, you have strings on you that are holding you up. Sounds like the devil, but whatever. He's a fucking mafioso from Russia giving out, and the people are gonna listen. Holy fucking shit. Satan owns everything now, doesn't he? He probably always did. Ah, man, that's some good shit. Satan. Did you do that other joke? Did you do your good day joke? You already did the good day joke. Yeah, that was a good one. Oh man, Indians should have fought harder. Yeah, that's a good one. I always like that one. Win or lose. The only morality in this world is win or lose. That's not good. Does that permeate? That was always, they always knew that. They secretly always knew that. They act like they don't know. They know. It's win or lose. There is no morality beyond winning or losing. Since time immemorial, the world has been divided into two types of people: winners and losers. That's all there is. Winners and losers. Oh man. Dirty shit. Oh, Christopher, you loser. Yep, Christopher's a loser. Get choked to death. Hey man, Comfortably Numb's a good song. That Departed soundtrack is tight. What else? Transparency is the enemy of the Mafia. Probably. They're not going to know transparency. They're going to get GPUs running really quick. There's going to be GPUs. And they're going to be able to fake reality. Holy shit. You think the ding, 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 you want $1 million shit is bad? Wait till they start getting the AI making shit. Oh, that shit's going to be tight. The Mafia's going to have everything then. They're going to be able to create reality at their own whim. Walking around in their fancy suits. Decrepit and decaying on the inside. Fancy on the outside, decrepit on the inside. If it shimmers underneath, it is ugly. All that shimmers, if it's beautiful on the outside, it's ugly on the inside. Spaceship joke? Yeah, spaceship joke. I don't remember what that was about. Oh, there's all these videos. I don't know. I think YouTube is giving me bad YouTube recommendations. YouTube, for me, I always get worried. It's like a mirror. It tries to mirror back to you. So they're giving me all these, I'm a loser video, and these people doing loser confessionals. I'm like, oh my god, I better not be. I'm not that person, am I? Probably am. YouTube is a mirror. I'm not that person. Yeah, it's like, fuck this shit. Why are you giving me these videos, you fucking asshole? You fucking... YouTube is owned by the Mafia. They're trying to fuck with my head. They're trying to say, hey, mirror, mirror on the wall. Think they're AI? What if they're AI? Someone could be AI. Think that Grim guy is AI? He could have been AI. He seemed like an actor almost. Or fake. Why would, if you were a real Mafia boss, you wouldn't fucking make YouTube videos? This shit don't make no sense. There's too much shit going on, don't make no sense. Too many things go, this don't add up. Too you're setting the kids up for failure. Because some of that advice sounds good, but then you're like, no, that's not very good advice, Mr. Sir. Ah. Mr. Sir, Mr. Sir, Mr. Sir. That is the belly, anyway. Chocolate ice cream with peanut butter. Leverage. Always look for leverage. Vultures flying overhead, looking at you, looking for leverage, looking for weakness. Oh man, this is terrifying. I love it. Hey, it triggers my brain. I get that black and white shit going. Some good stuff. That black and white thinking is awesome. I like it. It crystallizes the world. It makes everything neater. Everything becomes neat and clear and crystal. Fight or flight. Black and white. Fight or flight, black and white. Ah, nice. Nice. Uh-huh. What's the tax policy of the, it's a joke about R. Martin. What's the tax policy of the blank? I'm going to do that other joke. It's stupid. God and Satan are both just kings trying to rule over you. That's a joke. They're just kings. They're both kings. They just want to boss you around. Uh-huh. Anything else? Any other good jokes? Oh, I always got good jokes. Oh, what was that one? There's this one guy in the 60s or 70s. He literally cut his own carotid artery. He gave all his possessions away. You know, he was one of those, like, if you're going to do something, you got to go all the way with it, you know? If you're going to be a Muslim, get a box cutter and, like, you know, if you're going to be one of them one things, you got to give all your shit away, you know? You got to go all the way with that. You can't be, like, half-assing. There's too much half-assing in this world. Too many people don't. They say one thing, but they don't really. They don't really. You know, you got to get a box cutter. You got to get everything away. I'll do anything to transcend this corporeal world. This corporeal world is so... I stole that from a person. I had a boss do that in front of me on purpose. Spit right in front of me. He was spitting at. He was saying what he thought of me. I know what he's doing. I'm stealing it from him. I steal from everybody. I sometimes wonder about this. Who steals from whom more? Does the left steal from the right, or the right steal from the left? Or is just everybody stealing from everybody? There is no right or left, by the way. The communists were, Stalin was pretty right-wing in a lot of ways. There actually ain't no, all labels are just made up. It's just humans stealing from other humans. Humans. Yeah? Disgust. That's my expression of disgust. Humans. Do you have your water? I'm thirsty. Hey, at least the water's not poisoned yet. It'll be poisoned soon enough. I bet they'll start dumping shit in the rivers and stuff. It probably already is poisoned. I just don't know it. TVA isn't real. The trains go from city to city, and they steal your souls. They have magical soul-stealing devices built into the trains, and they steal your souls. Paid for by the who's the biggest competition for trains? Trucks? I don't know. It's like paid for by the anti-train committee. Uh-huh. Hmm. 4 times cheaper than a truck, based on fuel. Uh-huh. That's what the robot told me. And a barge is good because it just has to move the water in front of it or something. So that's why barges and the harbor, to move stuff over ocean. What is it? Is it 100 times cheaper than a truck? Hmm. Because it just floats on the water. And then a train has to get all that frictional coefficient going with all those wheels and stuff. And then a truck has to, in the air, it has to move the air. Mm-hmm. A train could be worth $200 million or $500 million with all this stuff on it. Mm-hmm. Trains, 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 trains. Mm-hmm. Hey, I mean, I watch some of those. My videos are not like those people. They just sit there and whine. I'm not whining. I hope. Maybe you are. Oh, trains. And they got that noise, and they make good money because they have to haul stuff everywhere. Uh huh. And trucks are good for the last part. After you get to the hub, you use a truck. And then you go to I should have looked up. I was gonna look up. I know California's got the big harbor with China's. They do all the harbors. They pick up the big cargo trucks, trains. What are the East Coast major harbors? It's like Savannah. Yeah, YouTube has just become TV. Like I don't think I ever learned anything on YouTube. YouTube is trash. It's like all trash. There's like nothing of value on YouTube. It's trash. It's like all trash. It's pure trash. Uh huh. Someone should just do videos where there's like, these are the major harbor freight cities in the world, and they just go through. That'd be boring. What else is there? China? No. Iranians. They're trying to kill Trump, supposedly. Whatever. When will the first drone assassination happen? That'll happen eventually. Within a year. What about like governors and mayors? You know, they could go smaller, fry. Smaller. Yeah, you're not gonna get that guy. They were. Doesn't matter. The Mafia owns everything. All countries are owned by the Mafia. China's got its own little. They got their own little system of corruption too. Everyone's got their own corruption systems. That's why you have to spit it out. You can't just. I was trying to gleat it. I think is gleat a real word? Gleat. What is gleat? I think it's the one where you spit it between your teeth. You don't have a tooth anymore. You can't gleat because you don't have a tooth there. That's why that failed. My brain still thinks I have a tooth there. I thought I could gleat it, and I cannot gleat it. Mm-hmm. Mm. Sleepy. Maybe you just got up. You got up like an hour ago. Sleepy. Hmm. Hmm. Mm-mm-mm. Ooh, ooh! I was watching this TNA stuff, and it was the beautiful people, and then I realized it was because they had these little boots on. They're called like club wear fluffy boots. That's not really funny. Whatever. It's fluffy club wear boots. I'm distracted. The coins and the noises distract me so much. The coins and the noises. Hey, free ribeye and a free drink, baby. Uh-huh. Come on down to the casino, baby. Uh-huh. Fluffy. Oversized, fluffy, club wear, socks, boots, furry boots. What was that guy's name? I don't remember. Total non-stop action. It was supposed to be tits and ass because they had Vince Russo. Vince Russo wanted to call it tits and ass wrestling, and then Jeff Jarrett was like, "No, I'm sophisticated. We're calling it total non-stop action." But it's supposed to be tits and ass because that's Vince Russo. Vince Russo is the id. Jeff Jarrett is the I don't know if it's the ego or the super ego in that story. Did I already do this? Like Howard Stern always had the 2-3 people. You'd always have one's the ego, one's the super ego, one's the id. Maybe, I don't know. It's a good idea. You gotta have like the balance. Otherwise, no one wants to hear the super ego talk, and no one wants to hear the id talk by itself. You want to hear the bounce of the three. Bounce between the three, baby. Id versus super ego versus ego. Uh-huh. What was that one lady's name? I don't remember. Not Gail Kim. There's one. There was a black lady. She was like really big, but she was muscled. She was not pretty, but she was muscliest of the group. And then the two of them were blondes, and they wear these little micro skirts, and then the boots with the little furry things, and they were like club girls almost, like Kawi club girl. But they were white and they were blonde. They're mean. They put a bag over someone's head. They beat them. They put a bag. You're ugly. They put a bag over their head. It's pretty funny. Very funny. What is it? What's the one girl? What was that with? She's whatever. Yeah, just another distraction. It's just another casino. You want a guitar? Or hit someone in the head with a guitar? I'm Jeff Jarrett. I hit people in the head with a guitar. Double J, Jeff Jarrett. Go back there, man. You wanna play Stars? You wanna beat that dragon finally? That dragon's been on. You played. What are you at? You're not 100 years in, are you? Are you at? You're almost 100 years. I don't remember. I gotta beat that dragon eventually. There's one it eats suns. It's eating the sun, and it gets more powerful by eating the sun. The dragon eats the sun. And then I'll get a new system. How much do you think you'll lose if you fight it right now without doing anything? I don't know. Good old boy? Whatever. That's everywhere though. Every country's got its good old boy system. China. Russia. Good old boy, good old boy. Good old boy. You don't think they actually follow rules, do you? They don't follow rules. No one's following no rules. There ain't been no rules since the beginning of time. Since man exited the space station. Spaceship. The souls got on it. Whatever. I'm 43. There's this YouTube video. I'm 43. There's all these videos like that and all these whiny people. I should do a parody. It'd be like, I'm 50 million years old. The first 20 million years I didn't keep no time. There's an eternal soul who moves from body to body, sucking the souls out of other humans. I tell you, sometimes I feel like a blood-sucking vamp. So I'm like 50 million years old. I go from body to body. So I steal body. I jump from body to body. Sometimes I feel like a blood-sucking vamp. When they shoot me, I just jump bodies. They don't realize that when they shoot me, I just jump from one body to the next. I'm a 50-year-old, 60-year-old mafiosa. Sometimes I feel like I need more money, so I go on the YouTubes and I tell the people, hey, you want to be respected? Be a thug. That way I can sell my book and make more money because I'm a blood-sucking vamp. Mr. Grimm. That guy, he's an actor, right? He's just an actor. They wouldn't put the real mafioso boss on the YouTube. He's just an actor. There's so much acting going on. Wrestling is all acting. Yep, it's all acting. The people in power, they don't do it themselves. They always get other people to do it that way. You know, that's why they feed you media. In the media, they teach you, hey, go do it yourself. Nah, you don't do nothing yourself. You get other people to do that shit. You do shaping operations. Trump didn't grab no AR-15 on January, 6th. You know, he just got on his little phone. Tweet, 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 tweet. This place is disgusting. This place sucks. This place sucks bad. Tweet, tweet, tweet. Shaping operations, baby. $10 trillion years from now, they're just gonna delete all this stuff, probably. You gotta run they used to burn books, now they'll burn YouTube videos. How do you burn a YouTube video? You just delete it. It's not that hard. They probably just delete the shit. Oh, that one shooter guy. Yeah, that is a sad story, man. Why? Got that little boyfriend with a little cutting Dremel, using a Dremel to cut their bullets. Oh man, that one keeps the people emotional. I don't like guys who cut their dicks off and pretend to be ladies. Every problem in the United States is because of dudes cutting their dicks off and pretending to be ladies. That's where all the problems in the United States are coming from. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe? What if it was? When I die, yeah, that was the problem. That was the big one. That was like 99% of the problem was dudes cutting their dicks off, pretending they were ladies. That was 99% of the problem. Probably is. It could be. I'll never know. When you die, how do you know that you're getting real information even when you die? When you die, you can just be like, hey, this is just another fake reality too. Yeah, no one's gonna say that out loud. They're gonna be like, hey, you know, when you die, you get the real information. You get the real, like, heaven or hell. You know, you get to hell. It's like, hey, hell could be fake too. Heaven could be fake too. They don't know that shit. They don't want to admit that. They don't know shit. These people don't know shit, but they go around acting all confident. Hey, these little strings on. Just keep your head down. Act like you got strings holding you up. Okay, Mr. Mafiosa. I'll take your advice, buddy. Mr. Grimm. His name is Grimm. His name is Grimm. Whatever. He's a grim reality. Mr. Grimm. You're a mean one, Mr. Grimm. Whatever. Fun shit. Fun shit. Fun. Nothing else? I guess nothing else. Using these things like LiveJournal. Hey, I never use LiveJournal.